All right, here we are. We got our dice so we can make a character. Get our 3d6. We have our adventure book. I don't know why I have the adventure book. Mostly so I can say that this is the adventure we're going to play in. The King's Castle by Chantel Jones. I'll have a link in the descriptions. Going to be great. Going to be great. And then, of course, the Osric book that we are using to create our characters. Now, I'm going to roll the 3d6. And if there is something, limit that the character needs, we're just going to change it to that minimum. So in order to be a fighter, if you need a strength of 10 and he only gets a 9, we're just going to change it. Because that's how it works here. Draw our line down the middle for stuff. Not a very good line. I have a ruler somewhere. I just don't care right now. His name is Spencer. His height and weight we will do in a minute when we get to that part in the book. His armor class. His race is dwarf. Class. Thief / fighter. Level is 1/1. Movement is 9 inches as a thing, as a dwarf. His alignment is chaotic good. Put CG. Gold, silver, copper, and hit points. All right, let's do it. So we got strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. A dash, just because. I will put a link to the Facebook page for Black Blade Publishing, so you can email them if you want to order the book. I heard that they're making a second printing or a second edition. I don't know. So you can check that out. All right. For his strength. Ooh, that's nice. That's 15. Ooh, I put those down too low. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to fix it because I have a way that I like it. Strength is 15. Dexterity. That's cool. Ooh, that's probably, that's an 8. Constitution. Ooh, that's a 4. Constitution, intelligence. That's a 9. Well, he is a fighter thief. Wisdom. Man, that 15 was great, and then the dice went cold. Tell right there, that's 13 for wisdom. And charisma. 7. And that's all right. All right, let's look and see. Thought I had moved it far enough away, but look at the dwarf. See if it says. Dwarf is the first one after. There we go. Multi-class restrictions, less restrictive. Let's see. Nope, that's half elves. Where is the dwarf? There it is. So the more restrictive Infinity 2 class requirements apply to a multi-class dwarf character for the class below. Assassin, cleric, fighter, thief, fighter, thief. Okay, so let's see what the fighter says. To be a fighter, you need a strength of 9, a dexterity of 6, a con of 7. Okay, so those are all... Nope, con of 7. And his con is 4, so we'll make it a 7. And because it says the toughest of the two, but I want to see... To be an assassin, you need a strength of 12 and a dex of 12. So I don't want those penalties. We're going to make this a 12 too. Con of 6 and intelligence of 11. A wisdom of 6, and con doesn't matter. All right, there we go. So now we're going to the front and hit the information that we need. To get a +1 to hit, you need a 17. All right. So his 2 hit bonus is 0. His bonus to damage is 0. If it was a 16, he could have had +1. 0. Weight is +20. His open doors is 1 to 2. And his bend lift is 7%. I don't know why I put left. All right, now we go to dexterity. Yes. Surprise is 0. His missile attack is 0. And his armor class bonus is 0. Now, his constitution, his bonus hit points is 0. His resurrection is 60%, and his system shock is 55%. All right, intelligence, 13. That means number of languages he can learn. Not only do I know how to spell it, it's right there in front of me. And at 13, he gets 4 languages. Wisdom 13, mental saving throw. At 13 is +0. And with a charisma at 7, you can have 3 henchmen. Their loyalty base is, well, not just theirs, but anybody, is at a -10. And the reaction is -5. Okay. So we'll hold on to that for a second. And we will get the deities and demigods, because it's right here. Oh, look at that. This one has the Cthulhu mythos in it. So before you put in the comments if it has the Cthulhu mythos, it does. It does. And the demi-humans are at the back. Okay, I thought they were at the back, but this is the Norse. Non-humans, that's why. All right, non-humans. Elves. Elves drow. There's the doors. Where's my red pen? We're just going to make it simple. This dwarf worships Moradin. And here in a minute, I'm going to roll some dice, and I hope I don't get a very specific number because my camera is being used to make this video. All right, now languages. All right, let's go back to our book, to the part about dwarves, before we go to the other book. All right, is this the red one or the black one? It's the red one. We can put it away. And we'll get the black one. All right, dwarves. Languages, Dwarvish. Elven is Elven, but Dwarvish is Dwarvish. Dwarfish, not Dwarvish. I don't know. It's with an F, not a V. So he knows Dwarvish. I would hope so. He knows Gnomish. Goblin, Kobold, and Orcish. And Common. Regardless of intelligence, a dwarf may only ever learn 2 languages in addition to those listed. So he gets to learn 2 languages. And we'll just put that one right there for a minute. And we'll grab the Dungeon Master Guide and go to page 102. Too far. 99, 100, 101, 102. There's a fine little table right there with languages on it. And our dice. All right. Boom. 84. Troll. Okay, where did... I have so many pens just lying around. Where did the black one go? There it is. All right, so troll. And one more. 18. 18 is Dwarvish. He already knows Dwarvish. 78. Ah, Salamander. That's cool. All right. Put that one away. Get this one back out. Now we'll go to the Thief. Oh, I read the wrong one. I was reading the Assassin. Should have read the Thief. 6, 9. Okay, so everything is good. He could have had... Anyway, okay. Perfect. It doesn't take much to be a thief. But let's go. Okay, a thief gets a d6 hit dice. And a fighter gets a d10. So we're going to roll these two together. And it's 8. Because he got 4 and 4. But he's a multi-class character, so you divide that total by 2, and you get 4. All right. Good luck. Now, I don't want to get the player's handbook out because it's in the desk. So hopefully one of my cards says how much starting gold I get. It doesn't. All the times those papers have been stabbed. So, I don't know. But we're just going to make it easy. I'm going to go to the equipment page. And armor. For now, there will be, let's see, what kind of armor. For now, it'll be studded leather. That's -3, so that's 7. But because he's a fighter, he can use a shield. So we will make it a small shield. And that's -1. So his total is -4, which means his armor class is 6. All right, now we'll go over here. We are going to buy a sword. It'll be a short sword. Short sword does 1d6 to medium-sized creatures and 1d8 to large creatures. I always felt that that was backwards. Should do more damage to smaller creatures. And then we're going to buy a dagger. And a dagger does 1d4 and 1d3. And we'll get 10 darts. So he has a ranged weapon because he only has 4 hit points. So we'll buy darts. We'll get 10 of them. And darts do 1d3, 1d2. All right, now he needs a backpack. And a bedroll. And a belt. And heavy boots. And a cloak. And we'll call that part good. So we'll come over here. Now, we got to look at saves to see who has 14. The thief has better saves. Which is good because we're going to need to be on this page anyway. So, for rods, staffs, and wands, his save is 14. Breath weapon is 16. Death is 13. Petrification is 12. And spells is 15. All right. Now, we need to go over here. Oh, it's right here. Thieving abilities. Climb walls. He gets 80% to start. And there is no penalty. Wait. For having a dexterity of 12, there is no penalty until we get to move quietly, which is 5%. And as a dwarf, though, he gets minus 10 to climbing walls. So his climb wall is 70%. Find traps. Find traps is 25%, but he gets plus 15 for being a dwarf. So that's 40%. Hear noise is 10%. There's no penalty or bonuses for dexterity or race. All right. Hide in shadow. Hide in shadow is 20%. Gets minus 10. Nope. No penalties or bonuses. All right, now move quietly. Okay, 20%, but we get minus 5 for our dexterity, and we get minus 5 for being a dwarf. So that's 10%. Open locks. Starts at 35 or 30. No penalty for dex, plus 15 for being a dwarf. So 45%. Pickpockets. 35 for base. No penalty for dex. No penalty for race. And read language. It's 1% at first level. But we do not get a penalty or bonus for our dex. However, we do get a -5 penalty for being a dwarf. So our read language is -4 at first level. And that, my friends, is it. Oh, it's not. We're going to go over here to behind the equipment to where it says height and weight optional rule. He is a male dwarf, so I need to find the dwarf male. It's the very first one. We roll a D100. And get 86. That means he is a tall dwarf. So he is 4'6" plus 1d4 inches. 2. So he is 5'4", and then we roll a d20 because his weight is 160 pounds plus 1d20. That is 19, so it's 179 pounds. And now, that is it, my friends. We have one more character ready to go for our adventure in the King's Castle. So, for me, myself, and I, mahalo and have a great day.